So for all those who did not attend before, so we'll recap what we have done. Okay, so we understood the difference between Pega decisioning and Pega marketing. Okay, so Pega decisioning is used to generate the NBA. Pega marketing is used to deliver the NBA to the customers. And then we have seen the environment setup. So as part of environment setup, we have seen node classification. So how to do node classification, and we understood the context. That is, we have primary context, which is nothing but the primary audience, secondary context, which is nothing but the secondary audience, and we have associated context, which is nothing but the associated data for this particular context. We call it as associated context. So all these things we need to configure in the context dictionary. So we have to configure it there. For that reason, we need to have this data. Next, we created the application, and we have gone through artifacts rule set and also NBAD tests rule set. Okay, so artifacts rule set, we have the auto generated rules and POC rules available. In NBAD tests rule set, we will keep all the test cases and testing related rules. That's what we have seen. Okay, and finally we have also seen about Cassandra database. Okay, the Cassandra database, it will store critical information such as customer data, customers associated data, and customer decisions, because Cassandra is known for scalability and availability. For that reason, we will use Cassandra database. Okay, so this is what we have seen, and also we have gone through the taxonomy. So as part of taxonomy, you will have three components. First one is business issue, second one is business group, third one is propositions. So in the business issue, we will configure what is the reason for promotion. So what is the reason for promotion? Why do you want to promote? So let's say to increase the sales, to acquire more customers, different reasons will be there, or to retain the existing customers. So then we have seen the business group, which is the category for promotion. So under which category your offers belong. Okay, so like I have categories like mobile phones, laptops, credit cards, like this. The proposition is nothing but what you actually promote. Okay, what you actually promote, you call it as propositions. So such as a Dell laptop, which comes under laptop business group. Then you have, let's say, some mobile phone like OnePlus mobile phone, it will come under mobile phones business group. So like this, whatever you propose to the customer, it can be product, service, it can be a discount, it can be a coupon, whatever it is, you create them as propositions. So let's do that. Yeah, we need to, yeah. So I have shared the cloud edition to all the people before in the before classes. I'm sharing the cloud edition again in the chat. So you have to open this cloud edition link and scroll down, then click on launch a wake-up button, then wait for a few minutes and launch the Pega. Okay, so that is the procedure how you have to start the cloud edition, where you can practice everything we discussed. Okay, so that's what you have to do. Okay, so it will take like 5 to 10 minutes. So meanwhile, we will go through the decisioning terminology before it starts. So before you get into the real-time project, into any Pega decisioning or Pega marketing project, there are some terms that you need to understand and remember them. That's what we will be seeing as part of this decision terminology. So I click on this launch Pega, okay, and it will take some few minutes. Okay, it is started instantly. So so then let us start with that practice. After the practice, we'll go to the next thing. Okay. So the username is CDH administrator. Password is rules. Okay. Fine. So let us go to that. So let us go to the Dev Studio and we will configure the propositions as usual. So again, we have to configure propositions. They can be configured in Dev Studio. Okay. So go to the Dev Studio. So click on configure, decisioning, decisions, proposition management. So let us say I will add telecom products. So let's say we'll add telecom products here. So we'll come here. So this is where you add the taxonomy. So click on add. So when you click on add, you can add business issue. You can add business group. Okay, here itself you can add it. So we already have one business issue called sales. Under business issue sales, we will add a business group. So I click on new group, which is nothing but the category for promotions. Business group is nothing but category for promotions. So let's say we'll create something like internet plans. So I'm going to create something like internet plans. Select the business issue as sales. Okay. So now the reason for promotion is sales. This is the business issue. Under sales, I'm having internet plans, which is nothing but the business group. So now click on create. So now the business group is created, which is called internet plans. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to promote some internet plans like 10 Mbps, 50 Mbps kind of offers to the customers. For that reason, you will create a business issue and a business group. So the business issue is created sales and we created business group. So next what you can do is you need to create the properties. So they are nothing but the characteristics of your offers. So for example, I want to promote some 100 Mbps plan. So when I do this promotion, generally we also send the characteristics of this, right? Like what is the plan name? What is the download speed? Okay. What is the upload speed? Okay, so all these are needed because this will be sent to the customer and you might need to send this information through email or something like that when you are promoting. Okay, when you are promoting, you might need to send some details, right? Like what is the monthly duration? Is it monthly or what is the renewal period? Okay, is it for 6 months? Okay, what is the price? So this kind of properties will be there, which you need to send to the customer while doing promotion. So those properties you also call it as the characteristics of this proposition. So before you create the proposition, you need to create the properties. So you can just click here, add, and you can click on new property. Okay, or you can also see same like this only. So what happens is, if you see here, right? So whenever you create at least one business issue, it's going to generate a SR class in the background. Okay. So what is this SR class? It's nothing but its full name is strategy result class. Okay. If you create at least one business issue in your application, this SR class will be automatically created in the format like application ID dash SR. This is how the format will be there. So here in my application ID is CRM. So now my SR class is CRM dash SR. Okay, so if you just come to see, are you following, or like if you have any questions, just let me know. So, or you are not following or you are having any doubts, just speak up. Okay. So that I will repeat again if you did not understand. Yeah. So we are going to the SR class only. So SR class stands for strategy result class. See, just like how you have a work class, right? So in your core Pega, for example, you created a case type. Okay, let's say you have something like XYZ bank. You created a case type, something like apply loan. You will have a class like this, right? Apply loan, like this. Your classes will be there. Now you will have one more class group also, that is XYZ bank dash work. So now so now if you create some property, something like loan, something like loan ID. So you will decide, right? You will decide whether to keep this property at apply loan class level or whether you want to keep it at work class. Okay. For example, there is one more thing, something like apply credit card. Okay, you have something like apply credit card. So let us say you have a property like customer ID. That customer ID will be used in both apply loan and apply credit card. So what you will do, you will create the property at work class, right? So that both these child classes can use the property in the in those classes, right? So same way here also, what happens is your SR class will be created whenever you create a business issue. Just like how you, when you create a case type, one class will be created for you under work class group. So same way here also, your structure will be created like this: crm dash sr dash business issue dash business group, like this. So that means in my case it will be crm dash sr dash sales dash internet plans. Okay, same thing, same kind of inheritance structure will be there, just like how you have in work class and the child implementation classes. And if you want to use a particular property in both the implementation classes, you will keep it at work class. Same way, let's say you have something like internet plans and you created one more group like mobile plans. So now you have some property, something like a customer id. So that customer id will be used by this class and also this class. You will just keep it at crm-sr level. Okay, same like work class inheritance only, it will follow here also. Now if you just come to the app explorer, so what you have to do is you need to know your application id. So then you just need to type my application id is crm-sr, and you see now I'm able to see all the classes here, right? So you see I have enablement, maintenance, nba journey, same thing I have here also. Okay, retention, summer sales, and if I expand sales, under sales what do I have? See, I have credit cards, internet plans. So that's what I have here also, right? So credit cards and internet plans. So now just like how you have inheritance structure, like for example I have a property, something like a customer id, I can create it at crm-sr, so that that customer id will be used by all these classes. Let us say there is something like 100 mbps or something like I have some property like internet plan name, so that I can create it at internet plans level class, right? I don't need to create it sr dash, because it will be used only by this class only. So like that you will follow the same class inheritance structure here. Only difference is there you have it as work, but here you will have it as sr. Okay, so this is special for decisioning class. So whatever the business issues, business groups, or something that you are creating, those rules will be available for you in this particular sr classes. Okay, so is it understood now? So just like core Pega you have work classes, here you will have sr classes, which is the for decisioning. Okay, but class inheritance structure, everything will be same. Whatever you create here, it will be used only by this class, everything will be same. So now let us create some properties under internet plans class. So what you have to do, how you have to create is, so again, you see when I create sales, it will be something like crm-sr-sales. When you create credit cards, it will be crm-sr-sales-credit cards. That is how the structure will be. So now I go to the internet plans. So now we have to create the properties, which are nothing but the characteristics of my proposition. Characteristics in the sense like what is the offer, what is the price of that offer, how much warranty is there. So all these kind of things. So check out. So what I did, I just clicked on internet plans. I will go to here and just go to the form tab. Now in the form tab, you will add the properties here by clicking on add field. So now we will add the properties. So let us call it as plan name. Okay. So you see where it is creating crm-sr-sales internet plans. So let's say you are creating here. Okay, let's say you are creating here. Then you can use the same property in sales-credit cards also. Okay, just like your class inheritance, it will follow the same thing. Okay, so let us create two more properties. So yeah, so you have to create the rule set in rule set only. So just don't be worried whether you have to create in artifacts. So if I'm not creating, just don't assume that we are not doing. So create everything in rule set, okay, which you already have in your core Pega also. So now we will take plan price. Okay, I'll take plan price. So just creating this plan price. So then we will also take something like plan speed. Okay, so how much speed this particular internet plan will give you, that is the plan speed. So I'm just keeping everything as text and save it. Okay, so now I created three properties, something like internet plan price, internet plan speed, and what is the internet plan name that you are creating. Okay, so these three properties we created, and just you need to save it. So now we have done with the taxonomy. Okay, we have done with the taxonomy. Taxonomy or business structure. As part of the taxonomy, you will create three things: the business issue, the business group, and the properties. Business issue means, like I told you, what is the reason why you want to promote. Okay, if you want to promote for increasing the sales, you will create the issue as sales. If you want to promote, let us say, for maintenance. Maintenance means just you want to send some notifications whenever any new products are coming. That's like maintenance. If you want to promote to get more and more customers, you will create some business issue like acquisition, acquire customers, something like that. Okay, so now I created business issue, business group, and fields. Now go to the data tab. You need to click on new, and you can add the uh, propositions here. Okay, so first you create the business issue, then you create the business group under the business issue, then you create the properties under this group, then you will start creating the propositions. So again, I told you, right, propositions means anything that you propose to the customer, because it can be, sometimes it can be a discount, sometimes it can be a service, sometimes it can be a coupon, sometimes it can be a product. So we give the generic name as proposition. So let us say I will keep something like 100 Mbps plan. Okay, 100 Mbps plan here, and I'll give the name also 100 Mbps plan. Okay, and I'll give the plan price like 5,000. Okay, or let's say 2,000. Okay, and plan speed I'll give it as 100 and create. Okay, I'll create. So similarly, let's create like two more propositions. Okay, fine. Just click on new. Let's say I give something like 500 Mbps plan. So here also I'll give 500 Mbps, and plan price will give like 4,000. Plan speed I'll give 500. So sometimes you might notice uh, some special promotions during some festive season. Okay, for example, during Christmas, you might see many websites or many businesses, right? They will be giving like 50% discount, 30% discount on some products. So this kind of promotion will be there, which is applicable only for a particular duration. So that kind of settings is what you have here. So first thing is always, which means this offer is valid every time. Okay, this offer is valid all the time. When you say never, this offer will be inactive. Okay, this particular proposition will be inactive. When you say within a defined time period, you can select whenever the system reaches this particular time, then only this offer will be active. Otherwise, the offer will be inactive. Like I told you, like during Christmas, you want to send some special discount. Okay, during some Christmas season or during some Dasara, you want to send some discounted price. Okay, like instead of 4,000, you want to send only 3,000. So that will be valid only during the Dasara day. So you will be selecting that particular date as start date and end date here. So the system will take care of the remaining things and it will automatically inactivate this offer whenever the duration is passed. So this kind of settings is also available here under the um, here in the propositions. Okay, so where you can select a particular date and during that date only it will be active. Okay, so you see now these two offers are now active, where you can see, right, the active is set to true. Okay, it's set to true, then this will be part of the promotions. So but in real time, are you going to create the offers manually like this? Means it's not correct. Okay, the reason, because in real time projects you might be having hundreds of offers, you might be having 200 offers, you might be having 200 propositions. So what generally we do in real time decisioning projects is, like I told you, first thing, you will create the business issue, you will create the business group, you will create the properties, which all properties the business is expecting. Then you will just take an export. Okay, you just create one proposition and you take the export and you just open that sheet and you will share this particular template to the business. Okay, you will share this particular template to the business will add propositions and they will send it to you. Okay, so you will just simply export and you just import it. Okay, so now we will do the same thing. So now the important thing is you need to remember this property names where this data is stored. Okay, so just remember this thing, very important properties and very basic properties that you need to remember. That is, the first one is py issue. Okay, py issue. Py issue is nothing but the property that is storing the business issue. Okay, the very good thing or very easy thing for us is, most of the properties in Pega decisioning, they will start with py. Okay, they will start with py, most of them. So business issue will be stored under py issue property, business group will be present under py group, but the proposition name will be present under py name. Okay, so remember these property names. So this is py issue. So for example, I want to add more offers. Simply I'm just replicating the same py issue sales. Okay, like this, I'm just adding here some, I'm adding some 3 offers. Now whether this particular offer is active or not, it will be present under py is proposition active. So I showed you, right, 3 options: always, never, within a defined time period. So that is this particular property. Okay, so these are the backend property names that will store the data. So very important that you need to remember this property names, at least the py issue, py group, py name, py is proposition active. So this is my proposition name. This is where the proposition name will be present. Okay, so now similarly I will add something like 1 Gbps plan. Okay, 1 Gbps plan, I will add something like, then I will add 300 Mbps plan and 750 Mbps plan, like this I'll add. Okay, just adding. So again, this is my proposition name which will be present under py name. Okay, so remember this property names, it's very important and very basic thing that you have to remember here. Okay, so this is dot py issue. In the backend, the property name, this is dot py group, and the proposition name, it will be present under dot py name. Okay, so just remember this. Now if you scroll to the right side, you will have the py group also. Yeah, this custom properties are also now present in the exported file. Okay, so these custom properties are also present in the exported file. So we are just checking where is the business group. So it will be there somewhere here only. Okay, so here it is there. So now I just copy this, copy this, copy here. Okay, so this is present under py group. Business group property is py group. Okay, so now this custom properties, this also will add. Let's okay, so I'll just copy the same thing from here. Okay, so I'm just copy pasting same thing here. Okay, just copy again. Okay, so now this custom properties which we created, that is also coming in the exported file. So you just need to add the data for that. So we'll add here 5300 mbps. I'll keep like 2500. 750 mbps. I'll keep like 3500. Plan speed, I'll keep 1G. Here I'll keep 300. Here I'll keep 750. Okay, so now we have added 3 more propositions. Now I will just simply close this and upload the file from my system. So just you need to click on the import button and select the file. That's it, from your hard disk. So just like how you have used data type, right? The same thing. Okay, the same thing. Okay, so now we have uploaded this. I just click on load. So again, this is the procedure that you follow in real-time projects where you have to load a lot of offers, right, in a short period of time. So you will be doing with the help of import and export. Okay, so even if it is 100 or 200 also, within few seconds, everything will be imported. Okay, everything will be imported to the decision data. I'll tell you what is decision data later. But now if you see, for example, 1 Gbps plan, which we have imported, if you open that, so you can see, right, whatever we have given in the sheet, everything is imported as per that. Okay, everything is imported as per that. Okay, so this is how we configure the propositions into the decision data, which I'll tell you later. So is it clear till here?
Yeah, yes, I got out here. What is the action? Like we go select option, right? What is there?
Select option, where is that?
In the last column, action.
Okay, action. Okay, so this is only for editing and duplicating. Like if you want to edit, same option, you just
Okay.
click on that. Okay, same thing will happen. Either you click on
Okay.
this or you click on edit, both thing. Or if you want to duplicate, like I want to copy, same thing. Okay, same
Okay.
like if you come here, you click on save as. Okay, I think save as is not there. Just you want to add one more proposition, it will do that, duplicating.
Can you go to like you added property, right? Can you go to that screen? So there we have an option to custom forms. Use
Yeah,
custom
that I'll tell
form.
you. I'll tell you. Yes, I'll tell you. I'll come to that. Yeah, we'll come to that. That will probably today or tomorrow we'll see that also. Okay,
So one more thing. Can you confirm in CDH the proposition, action, offer, all terminology is same, right?
same.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. So there is small difference between action and proposition, but the difference you will come to know when we learn about actions. So for Pega decisioning, we have propositions. For Pega marketing, we call it as actions. There is a small difference between them. So what is that? We'll come to know when we create the actions. Okay, so but
Okay.
for now, this is what you do here. You just create the taxonomy first. As part of taxonomy, the business issue, business group, and the properties. After you create all these three, then you will start adding the propositions here. So now coming to this particular thing. So if you see
So,
here,
one
yeah,
question. So generally these propositions come from the market team, or uh, we get the plans to like add on to
no,
the
no, no. The business
application.
business will provide you.
Okay, so
So
accordingly we have to create all the properties and then we have to import that file, right?
right. So you have to discuss with the business like what they want to promote and what all they say. For example, like I told you, right? These
Hmm.
properties that you are adding here, they will generally be seen by the customer. Like you want to send a promotion through email. In the email, you might need to mention, right? What is the price of that offer? What is the speed that you are providing? What is the name of that offer? So for that reason, you have to discuss with the business and you need to understand which all fields we need to create in the decision data here. So they will tell you, okay, this is what we are expecting. This is what we need to do. This is what we have to send, all these things. They will tell you. So then you have to create those in the form tab. Now then you will ask them what all they want to promote. Then you will tell them that we have Excel sheet. You need to upload it in the Excel sheet and send to us. So then they will send it to you. You just need to do the import operation. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, because we don't know what plans that business is offering, all that. So you will have a discussion with the business client stakeholders and you will say what all offers you have. You provide them to us. We will promote it. Okay, that's what you do.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So yeah. So now the business, right? See, in core Pega itself, let's say then you are doing some development. You are creating a login form and the business might ask you in the login form, you add one more field after the login form went to production. Okay, so there is a change for a development only, but understand that there will be a lot of changes to the promotions also, right? So today that you are seeing some particular furniture like a sofa you are seeing on Amazon. Today the particular price is something like 10,000. Okay, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, it might be like 11,000 or 12,000, or it might be going less also. So the products are bound to change, right? Just like your development, the more than that, the products are the promotions, they are bound to change. The price can be changing, the warranty can be changing. Like instead of 1 year, the business will say only 6 months we are providing warranty now. So you need to change these offers also every time based on the business requirement. So for that reason, we have two types of proposition data. Okay, so first thing is called versioned propositions. Second thing is called unversioned propositions. You see here, right? I have this name itself displayed here. Version propositions. So what is mean by that? So when you are creating a business group, you will get this particular checkbox which is called versioned proposition data. So again, just like how you see, for example, what you do, like I told you in the example, you have a login form that is in production. Now the business is giving a new requirement to you to add one more field. So what you do, you just save as this particular section. You will create it in a higher version of that particular section in a new rule set. In the same rule set, in the highest version you will create. Same like that in offers also, the business will say, okay, for example, right now this 100 mbps plan is 2000 rupees per month. So now it is saying it's only 1500. So what you will do, right? You will just simply save as the same thing into 010102 version, just like how you do in core Pega. So for that reason only we have this called version proposition data. So if you see this, when I select version proposition data, I have a rule set version available. Now when I unselect this, you see there is no rule set version available, which means you cannot have a version control. Okay, so just like how you do in core Pega and everywhere, where you create multiple versions and change always any change you will save as to highest version. Same way here also you need to do the same thing. Okay, you will create the offers. Whenever there are any changes to these offers, you will simply create a highest version of this and you will save as from here to there. Then you will import the new changes. So that's what you create as part of version proposition data. Now, when do you go for unversioned proposition data is the unversioned proposition data will be using in a rare situation where business will manage most of the time this particular unversioned proposition data. So also when you create unversioned proposition data, it is not possible to deploy to the higher environments. So generally when do you, just like rule delegation and all that, right, where for example in core Pega the business want to do some changes by themselves, right? There are some situations where you need to delegate some rules to them, where the business will only create some rules and they will modify something. Same like that only in decisioning also, sometimes the business wants to create some offers or something by themselves and they want to manage themselves. In that scenario you will create unversioned proposition data. So they will directly create it in production or like pre-production. Okay, directly they will create in production or pre-production where they can create the unversioned proposition data. So you cannot deploy the unversioned proposition data. So they will directly create in the higher environments, and this is generally done in a rare situations, not every time. So in a regular scenario, always you will create versioned propositions, because this version propositions, they are bound to change, and whenever they are changed, you will always create the highest version and you will save as to that. Okay, clear? Any questions, or is it
Yes,
understood?
yeah, understood. But in the checkbox, right, we got one more option, create separate name. What is that? So you checked, right, create version and rules or something. So in there we got one more checkbox. Can you, so that's great.
Which one? This
Create a
one?
different, the second one, save proposition data using a different name. What is that? Is kind of
No,
label
say
or
just
what?
no. See, this is not in use. Generally, we don't use this option. Okay, just when you are creating this business group. Okay, so with whatever group it is there here. Okay, internet plans with same name only, it will open the decision data also. But if you
Oh,
want
okay,
decision data to be created with a separate name, that is the
okay,
option that you use. Okay, actually this decision data is a separate rule. Uh, it's not the business group. Okay, decision data is different, business group is different. So this decision data, if I tell right now, you might not understand, but this option is you create the business group with different name and the decision data with different name. That is this option. Okay, so when you select this option, okay, here you will give, here you are creating some internet plans. Okay, and here you will give something like a list of internet plans, like this you want. Okay, like this you want the decision data to be created. For that option you will have this. Yeah,
okay,
so always
okay.
again you will store in Pega rules set only. Just remember that thing also. When you are creating business issues, business groups, everything, you store it into Pega rules set only. Okay, and this option is for having a different name for the decision data. Generally we don't use that much frequently.
Like if the business wants to change the offer, every time we need to save as that decision data into higher version, and for every property we will be having a different offer, right? So that also we need
Generally
to.
major changes, right, major changes you will do it. See, because let's say you have 200 offers, one or two offers they are doing some changes, then that's fine. You will just check out that and you will just open the same rule set and you will import that. But there are 100 offers that are getting changed. You will then create a new version of this rule set and you will save as this and you will do that. Okay,
Like the property also will have when you are creating a property, you have added one.
property name will be same, but property value might be different. So that will also be modified, right? When you import it
Hmm.
in the Excel sheet, you will give a different value. So like I showed you, right, in Excel sheet for 100 Mbps, let's say there is 2000 rupees. Now they are changing it to 2500 rupees. You will just modify it and you will import the same thing again. Okay. Generally property names will not be modified. Okay.
Okay.
But they
Okay.
might add some properties in that plan, in that proposition, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, in that scenario, you will create new version and add those new properties. Okay, just add same thing, right? You just check out and click on add field and you add new properties. Like that can be a major change. Okay, see, that's what you have to plan accordingly. If it is a minor change, just one or two offers are updated, then it is fine. Again, if it is a major change, like new properties are added, lot of offers are getting impacted, means you will save as that and you will create a higher version. Okay, so you should have the decision whether I will update in the same version or whether I have to go for a higher version based on the changes that are requested. Okay,
Okay.
so we will see a basic strategy how we can use this offers to use it in the strategy. So again, strategy is the heart of Pega decisioning, because majorly when you say Pega decisioning, everything, most of the time it will be strategies only. So I'll just come to the CDH. You can create strategies in two places. When you click on intelligence strategies, this is one. When you go to the prediction studio, and if you switch to the dev studio, again, I believe I told to few people who have joined in the previous sessions that whatever is there in Pega decisioning, you can practice that in personal edition. You don't need to go for cloud version for that. You can practice the same thing in personal edition also, because everything that is there in Pega decisioning is present in personal edition software also. So you can also create strategies from decision category here. If you come to decision, scroll down, you will have strategy. Okay, here also you can create the strategies. So now let us create from CDH only, because we have access. I go to the intelligence, go to the strategies. So now let us create a new strategy. What you have to do is you just need to click on this option and click on start with new canvas. So that's what you have to do. Now I'm just giving the name as first strategy. Okay, just giving the name as first strategy. So this one you can ignore, this will always be remaining same. Here what you have to do is you need to select which business issue and which business group you want to get the offers. So what does it mean? For example, let us say you are creating a strategy by keeping this business issue and business group as none, and you are clicking on create and open. Okay, let's say I'm clicking on create and open. Now in order to import the offer, in order to import the propositions to the strategy, what you need to do, we'll see that. So if you see this, this is my strategy here. This is how it looks like. You call this particular area as strategy canvas. Okay, you call it as strategy canvas. So what you have to do is you can add the components in two ways. You can click on this plus icon and you can add the components. Second way is you can right click and you can add the components. So if you just right click, right, you can select and you can add it. And you have the mini map, just like in process flow you have this mini map right on the right side, where you can actually zoom and see the components that are out of the screen, right? So the same thing is available here also. Okay, so that's what you have here in the canvas, and you call these things as components. So now in order to import the propositions, you need to import proposition data, and you just click on the strategy, it will be adding the component. So now when you double click on this, you will be able to notice. So you will be able to notice that I can select from multiple issues and I can select multiple groups. You say I can select sales and I can also select other things, and I can also select multiple groups that are present in the sales issue. Okay, because the reason is I did not select any particular issue and any particular group. So now you can see that I can select from all these issues and all these groups, right? Now same thing, let us close this and we will create again by selecting a particular issue and a particular group. So I'm just giving it as first strategy. So this time I'm selecting the business issue as sales and I'm selecting the business group as internet plans, because that is where my offers are present, right? And when you are creating the strategy, generally we will create the strategy in the customer class. So again, this we have seen, and my customer class is, this is the one. Okay, so what class you need to give here is whatever is your primary context. Okay, my primary context is this class only. That's the reason I am creating in this class. So again, if you did not go through the context dictionary class, so just go through that context dictionary class where I explained what is this primary context and all that. So my primary context is right now set to customer, which is actually pointing to this class. So that is where you need to create the strategies. So now I created this strategy, and while creating, I selected the business issue as sales and internet plans. Now, if you try to import the offers, that is, if you try to import the propositions, you can see that these two are restricted, right? These two are disabled. Okay, I cannot select the drop down now, because when you select, when you are creating the strategy, while creating the strategy, it will ask you for the SR class. Okay, that means depending on the business issue and business group that you selected, you can only select the offers or the propositions only from that particular group. Okay, if you don't select anything, you can select from other issues and other groups also. Okay, based on whatever you select, your SR class will be different. So since I selected these two, now my SR class will be CRM-SR-Sales-Internet Plans. That is my SR class. So from this class only I can select whatever the offers I want, right? Now for example, I want all these offers, then I will say import all. Okay, I'll just say import all the offers. So you see I have 5 offers, right? That's what we have created. So this is how you will import the propositions into the strategy. And then you just need to connect from here to here, just like how you do in process flow. Same way, the strategy will also execute from left side to right side. Okay, so this is how you can get started with a strategy. So is it understood?
Ravi?
Yeah.
You said that like you can create these strategies in 2 ways. One is CDH and one is our Pega Dev Studio, right?
Right.
So is there any different options available, or both we can see same?
Same thing, same screen, same thing. You create from here, there you will be able to see. You create from there, here also you will be able to see. Nothing, nothing.
But the thing is, we have created a business issue and a business like groups and proposition in the taxonomy, right? How it could be there in like Dev Studio?
We created there only, right? In Dev Studio only we created, right? Business issue, business group.
Okay, okay.
So when
So
you create also, I told you, right, these classes will be created, right? So this, when you create business issue, business group, these classes will be created, and this property which you created also, they will be present in that particular class. In this class, we created the properties. Okay. See, your CDH is connected to the decisioning application. Okay. So whatever you create there or you create from here, both are same, and you will be able to access that data. You are confused or you got it what I'm saying? See, the CDH is connected to your application, which is Dev Studio. Okay, we are part of same application. We did not switch to some other application. Okay, so that's the reason in the same application you will be able to access the CDH, and whatever is there in the application you will be able to use it in CDH also.
Okay, got it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So you see this strategy we created now, right? First strategy. You can also see the same thing in Dev Studio. So go to the strategies. So this first strategy is there, right? Here also you can create by clicking on create button. You can create the strategy and you will be able to see the same thing. So there is this kind of issue will be seen in your real-time projects also. You don't need to worry, just you need to go to actions and refresh. So this can be some product issue because suddenly everything will be blank. Then go to actions and you just refresh it, then it will come back whatever you need. Okay, so if you have to execute, you need to click on this run button and you need to execute the strategy. That is how you execute the strategy. Okay, so we'll continue more about strategy, the components which are there, how do we use it, all that. Okay, but you see now I got the 5 offers: 500 Mbps, 100 Mbps, 1 Gbps, 300 Mbps, and 750 Mbps. So this is how you execute the strategy. Okay, so we'll see more about this thing tomorrow. We'll discuss more about the strategy configuration and the components which are there in that. So any other questions?
Ravi, in case of personal edition, like you are practicing, you are implementing cloud, right?
Right.
In case of personal edition, like, so where we can go for creating the business issue groups and propositions. Is it possible in personal edition, or we can?
We did the same thing, right? See, this is just consider this Dev Studio as personalization only. Okay, so
Okay.
unless you go to CDH, everything is personalization only, right? Except CDH,
Yes.
everything is there. Prediction Studio and all that. So we created here only, right? We created all these things here only. Decisioning, decisions, proposition management.
Okay.
Go to the same place. In personalization also, you go to the same place. Go to
Okay.
proposition management. There only you will create all things. Okay, like whatever we created.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, just try that and let me know if you have any issues. Okay. Okay, so
Sure.
we'll connect tomorrow and we'll resume the strategy part. Meanwhile,
The
please
same,
practice.
the same
Please
time,
practice
or like
whatever you see. Yeah,
the
same time,
same
8
time.
o'clock. Yeah,
Okay.
8
Thank
o'clock.
you.
Will you
So
share the videos recordings?
just paste it in, post it in the group. Okay, the organizer will have the recordings. They will share it with you.
Okay, and one more doubt, like CDH is a different level of framework, right?
Right, right.
Okay.
It's a different framework. Yeah, just go through the recordings. We discussed all these things. So just try to go through the recordings and start practicing, everyone. So that we'll be up to the mark from tomorrow, because most of you did not join the previous sessions. Just post it in the group, they will share it with you.